Partners, my researcher and writer Dennis Daly has come up with a story that absolutely amazed me when he first told me about it. Being a former pilot, I thought I knew everything about aviation, but I was wrong, and here is what I learned. First of all, when I say the phrase test pilot, what comes to mind? Well, most people would say Chuck Yeager, the man who broke the sound barrier in 1947. Some people might mention the men who flew with X-15 rocket planes in the 60s. Some would say Neil Armstrong and the other astronaut test pilots. And how could we forget Amelia Earhart? Yes, the list is a long one, sure it is. But Dennis tells me that everyone forgets two of the most important test pilots of all time, Orville and Wilbur Wright. Can you imagine that? But partners, this week's honoree is not one of the people I just mentioned. Did something on the 21st of August 1961 that no one had ever done before. He took his brand new plane up to an altitude of 50,000 feet, and that altitude you can see the curvature of the earth. Decades later, passengers on the Concorde would get the same view. And 1 in the afternoon, McGruder said a prayer, then nosed the plane down. It was literally falling toward the earth. As it fell, its speed began to rise. First, Mac felt the plane being buffeted by the wind. Then things leveled out. The plane had passed the speed of sound and was approaching 1.2. He eased off the throttle, and after a minute or so of scary maneuvers, he managed to get his plane under control and landed it safely. But friends, the story here is not that McGruder broke the sound barrier. If you remember, Chuck Yeager had done that nearly 20 years before. And over the years, so had countless other test pilots. What made Mac's flight so amazing was that he was not in the military jet or a plane built to go that fast. He had taken a standard DC-8 jetliner designed to carry passengers to an altitude and a speed that no other run-of-the-mill plane had ever gone before. After he landed, a reporter asked Mac if he had any worries. Mac answered, I was just wondering that the thing would fall apart. After all, it wasn't made to do that. Wow. Test pilot William McGruder took a standard jet plane, the kind you and I might have flown on, and took it where no man had ever gone before. Did you hear me? And none of my friends realized the plane did not fall apart. That's right, it never fell apart. Let's say his name again. William McGruder. William McGruder. Okay, partners, you know the drill. Click that red X up there at the right, and you'll be immediately brought right back to the report page. Golly, I love you guys. Go get 'em, Tigers!